was a common sight in the 80s and 90s. Not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Throwing on first down is Lance. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance. Throwing right, and that's complete. Well, Charles, what a rookie season he had, catching the football over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And Lance now to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Off of play action, here's Lance. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? Now a throw here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. And now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the second round. And it's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it. Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team. Rolling to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Flush to his right. Space to run past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive. Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something? Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years. I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they? That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive. And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in. But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem. Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. He'll drop to throw. Out to his left. And the ball is knocked out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Elliott. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. They'll go with a keeper. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly there to make the grab. And the Seahawks... It's an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Darrell Taylor in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Working from the gun, Lance. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Play action, now it's Lance. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Elliott. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And the Seahawks on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Elliott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll run with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw, eluding the pressure right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught, Dwayne Eskridge. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Well, for Chris Carson, I mean, he is a powerfully built back, and using that size and strength there to good advantage as he shakes free of a would-be tackler.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. This hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey, 31 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. Back Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Second and 12. Back to throw here. Steps away. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll set up a throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Back to throw again, rolling to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
Well, you don't want a coach in Charles to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. It turns into 6 points the other way. Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is now 21-14.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their advances to the divisional round. Let's get you back out to Brandon God.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room, But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They're going to try and throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On second down now, Samuel.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel from 4 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Sly on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll find Everett there, complete. 7 yards the pick up there. On second down, it's Carson. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Seahawks 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Harris to return it.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at him with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Normally we're talking about quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And Lance now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. on first down. This is McCaffrey. Kari Willis there to bring him down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now. And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Trey Lance, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run it with Carson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for Seattle.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play?
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now it's Carson. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 18-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Darrell Taylor able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Second and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Now, all through this one, they've had nothing but success throwing the football and in the passing game. Here we are in the 4th quarter. A time you'd think they'd be running the football. They're still tossing it around and having great success. And it appears a whole lot of fun as well.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. McCaffrey following the penalty. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now Lance on the option right. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 44-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And now they'll throw with Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term
They've got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses will focus so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Able to go down to a knee, wrap this one up in the wild card round. Being at home, that certainly helped.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And think of it this way. If this is tennis, they held serve. They did what they were supposed to do. Won at home, rewarded their home crowd. They may have to go on the road the rest of the way, but they'll do it with some confidence.
And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not in the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get to their off-season program, they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it. Building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.